In people's lives, there are really only about 7 or 8 categories that truly matter. Yet most people focus on things that don't matter at all. They know more about a celebrity going in and out of rehab than they do about their own personal growth. If you don't take care of your body, nothing else will matter because you don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard. If you have energy, if you have vitality on your side, it will show up in your relationship, it will show up in your business, and it will show up in your life. You must master it ruthlessly. It is too important. Emotions are everything. If you have all the money in the world, if you have everyone's love, yet your primary emotion are anger and frustration, then your life is nothing more than anger and frustration. If you have $1 billion or 1 million people who adore you, but you live in those states, your life will not be fulfilling. Relationships, especially intimate relationships, are where most people experience their greatest joy and also their deepest pain. That is why they are worth mastering instead of constantly battling. And what about time? Truly valuing your time means mastering it, not just checking off boxes on a to-do list. Productivity without fulfillment can make you feel like you are moving, but not actually living. The real question is, are you treasuring the moments that matter to you and those you love? When it comes to career or business, mastery is essential. Most businesses struggle. That is why 96% fail within a 10-year span. Even the 4% who survive aren't necessarily profitable or fulfilled. Many aren't making a difference in the lives of others. Money, too, must be mastered. Real mastery of money means it is no longer a source of stress. It means having the freedom to do, be, give, and share as much as you want to live in abundance instead of scarcity. Then there is the spiritual dimension. I don't impose my beliefs on others, but I believe that whenever you believe spiritually, you must live it. True spirituality comes down to growth and contribution. If you are growing, you feel alive. If you are giving, you feel 10 times more alive. That is what it means to live a spiritual life. These are the categories of mastery. Yes, business matters, but most people waste their lives on things that don't bring fulfillment. That's why the average person isn't healthy. Does have passionate relationships? Isn't financially free? And isn't spiritually alive? I am not a naive, positive thinker. I know the truth. The average person isn't fulfilled. Very few people live with passion, health, love, financial strength, and joy. I've become obsessed with studying those few who do and finding out what makes them different, so I can pass that on. Everyone measures life differently. Some value success, others love, others security. But there are certain metrics that reveal whether your life will work or not. And ultimately, life is lived moment to moment depending on your emotional state. The ability to shift your state instantly from frustration, anger, or fear back to center, creativity, or determination is one of the most critical life skills. Moment to moment, your state determines the quality of your life. Long term, what shapes your state is your worldview, your beliefs about life. I see this as a set of metrics driven by 3 things. Your goals, what you are aiming for. Your values, what matters most to you. The rules you create for achieving them. As I've traveled across more than 100 countries, I've seen that all humans share 6 core needs. Certainty, the need for safety, comfort, and avoiding pain. Uncertainty, the need for variety, surprise, and excitement. Significance, the need to feel unique, important, and valued. Love and connection, the need to feel deeply connected with others. Growth, the need to develop and become more. Contribution, the need to give beyond yourself. Everyone values these differently, but your top 2 needs shape your destiny. For most people today, those top needs are significance and certainty. We live in a social media world where people care more about appearing significant than experiencing true love. They post fake lives, use filters, and tell stories to impress others. That obsession with significance divides us, and certainty holds many people back. They want guarantees before taking action, which prevents them from ever starting a business, creating a passionate relationship, or living a life of growth. This is why I focus on helping people discover their top needs and values and teaching them how to live in ways that bring both fulfillment and freedom. Because achievement alone is not enough. Achievement is science. You can model success, take specific steps, and get results. But fulfillment is an art. It's deeply personal, unique, and cannot be copied. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Take Robin Williams, for example. He achieved everything he dreamed of: world fame, awards, wealth, family, even an Oscar. Yet he took his own life, because while he mastered the science of achievement, he did find fulfillment for himself. That is the deepest tragedy. So, If there is one message I want to leave you with, it is this. Life is controlled not by circumstances, but by choices. We can always control what happens to us, but we can always choose how to live. The most important choice of all is deciding to live in a beautiful state, no matter what. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Suffering comes from being lost in ourselves, our fears, our regrets, our unmet expectation. The solution is to shift our focus outward to love, to purpose, to contribution. The mind is designed for survival, not happiness. It looks for threats. It compares. But if you let your mind run unchecked, you'll always find reasons to suffer. The key is to break free in a single moment by replacing expectations with appreciation. Success is getting what you want. Fulfillment is appreciating what you have. If you can, find joy now in a conversation with a friend, in a sunset, in a hug from your child. Then more money, more love, more achievement. One, give it to you. Wealth is a skill. Fulfillment is a decision. And the decision to live in a beautiful state, to find joy in this moment, is available to you now, not 10 years from now, not after the next goal is achieved. Right now, that is my invitation to live fully, love deeply, give generously, and decide today that your life will be lived in a beautiful state.